You are a practitioner, but you are operating as a practitioner. It's the same punishment. You are deemed to be bad. Next, now we have serious implications, and the summary conclusion here using anecdotes of the conversations that I had about the subject is the next slide. This is for the study. Yes. So the Ministry of Health helps us with our legislative instrument and also issue professional guidance. Unfortunately, at 857 times, we don't have a legislative instrument to govern it since 2013 that we passed the act. In 2021, we defended all amendments to the act and the level, but it was stuck with itself. Even when Parliament was demanding it, was never done. And you know that we cannot go to Parliament ourselves. So, in 2021, we defended all amendments to the act and the level. We introduced the practitioner stamp policy because of some of these issues. And we're trying to help deal with the health insurance and pharmacy council to ensure that only prescriptions that or a particular serious number for the practitioner should be added. We needed fund to be able to do insurance and the health insurance agreement changes happen. Those funding arrangements they come. So because of that, we are not able to enforce implementation. This came as name tax, practitioner, professional apparel, and stamp policy. It is something that the current board is taking forward, and we hope that in the next coming months we will be fully rolled out implementation. That is happening. It's one way of making the system. Next. Then we have issues around trying to increase our presence across the country. So we have now extended the council beyond Accra. We have the Tamale office to serve the northern Savannah sector. We have Massive office to deal with the middle belt. We have the district region office. We have an office in Accra. And currently we have an office in Sudan to serve the house of the East. It is our hope that between now and next year we have an office in Go and then another office in One. But we are working at that. Now, this allows us to engage local stakeholders, district health directorates, traditional authorities, and the local police to identify suspicious activities and then to get their support. And of course, it also means that intelligence on park practitioners can get the acted upon much faster and in remote locations where previously were not going to be able to be present. Next. Of course, we have had collaborations, and these are important, which have led to a lot of success. We always have a special collaboration with the Ghana Police Service, local national security, especially the national security coordinator. We work with them to tackle the network of fraudsters that we have in the system. We have multi-agency engagement, and one of the important things I want the conference to do is that we have had very, very proactive Ghana Dental Association leadership, and we have collaborated with your association to be able to dismantle some of the parts, and I'll be sharing that with you. Next, please. So I've just gone through it. They are very tiny for you to be able to see. But in 2016, we had two brothers who inherited their father's dental. You see, they thought that dental practice is inheritable. So it was transmitted on part of their father's estate. And because their father was an eminent dental surgeon, the whole place already had the reputation. And these two brothers that took over, they haven't been to anyway. But this was because a colleague in the district of got complications and what was and clearly it was coming from this, and it was not were kiosks. There were three one then district kiosks. And people were coming in and if we showed you the pictures of what you saw, you wonder which same person who had opened their mouth in this kind of situation. Anyway, that they were doing activities and giving to the creatures and they had home. One of them had actually been Google board for some years and things like that. Then, of course, with association giving us the tip off, we undertook undercover investigations. And one of us here even presented himself as one of our undercover agents. And then we dismantled in 2021 about 12 dentists across Accra, not in Nigeria, I'm talking about Accra. Then, of course, we had serious people issues around here. And then, of course, another gentleman called Brad Apple. This is not the internet trying to tell foreign trade dentists that they can afford us and come and give the name of the board, and put the impression that once you pay me, then I can come and give your name as the board. You don't have to come and we get nothing. Then, of course, anybody knows that. So, but sometimes when the person asks, you're the one given, then you try to be. You see, how are these people failed? So then we undertook sting operations and got them. So trials have been on, some have been convicted, others done ways and means. You know what I mean? Next. So our challenges are that we have quick prosecution and delays in the legal system. And the fact that we don't have specialized courts and the judiciary have no training in professional regulatory matters, sometimes the decisions are strange. For example, a court doctor is arrested in Bono, then he's taken to hospital. Say, oh, first time offender, then they give $1,000 TV. That's a 1,000. Then he disappears. 3 months later, he's arrested in Bolga regional hospital. Now he's told to go to a regional hospital and do the corrupt practices of an administrator's friend. And then the doctor is in it doesn't count. And by the time we say that, they realize what was happening and they quickly rush. By the time we fix the tablet to get Bolga, they got arrested by the police and they got charged under tampering of official records. And it's actually forged document. $700 fees. They paid the multiple 700 by 12 we arrived there. Oh, the court has already was found disappears. Exactly 4 months later. In Cape Coast, one of us was presented credential for employment. He looked and in the days. And he looked at the pictures the published in the graphic that then he told us, and we said, okay, something that he did, he got arrested. Taken to court. They said 6 months jail time. This is a repeat offender. 6 months. By the time they do 4 months, they are out. So by the time the case is tried, they are out. They disappear. Exactly 3 months later, they arrest them in a sham. What kind of legal system and you have previous decisions? Anyway, next, please. Of course, we already indicated limited practices and we are not paid by practices because I think we have an enough office as somebody executive director at least some 6 or 7 other officers. Then they can move out with a vehicle, they can move out, go around and check it. But the thing that we are limited by how many people, how effective are you going to be? Next. of the key component, public ignorance and low awareness. Now, a lot of our people cannot distinguish between licensed practitioners and imposters, and that is also because we don't ask you to display your license. In the case, they clone them and pretend that they are authentic. Some patients also normally get them because of course proximity and the speed of their service. They wait until get patients that they come upon you. Next, there is professional pollution. Some of us here will let our names and licenses and facilities from qualified individuals. We don't believe that. So the difficulty is that how do you prove pollution without direct evidence? And this requires a lot of work, and we need a lot of resources to be able to do that. And sometimes we don't. Next, adaptability and innovation. These parts are brilliant. Many avoid using the strategies at all. Instead, they present themselves as tools.
Vous exercez PDC.
Oral house control. What are that? Forged documentation. Your forged evidence use credentials of disease for a fact. You have arrested 3 people who are attempting to use disease police. Licenses quite new. So the white solution is in crap. To smoke and plug it. And then they will have a political spouse. But the notice has come to us. Then you use the name, they are going to do for them. Because some of us are now our secretaries to enter our practitioner portal. So we don't even know our registration numbers and the password they know. So when you are not there, they will enter and change the details. But we then run checks and we find out that it's a obituary of this dentist and this doctor. How did they be renewed? That's how we found this people are renewed from beyond the grave. Who tells that they are saints and then interact with us? Then, of course, the lack of a unified real-time public education is one of our weaknesses. Next, insufficient interdependence coordination. And one of the things that I battling with earlier in the ministry was to deal with regulatory uncertainties and lacunae between the regulatory agencies. So, Pharmacy Council and IFRA were fighting. Ghana Standards Authority and Food and Drugs Authority were fighting, and then I had to be called to review. And that led us to put out a proposal at the time for regulatory housing systems management leading to coordination where we wanted to work with IFRA and other organizations, Pharmacy Council, to so that some of the regulatory next is done short. And of course, social governance and silence. They are always tell the public, you know your brother or sister hasn't been taken. You know, they come from us, they come from houses, they come from communities. You know they have been there. Then the next time they set up this place and they say this and then you are advising. Then you get this honest like that. So the issue is they shield them. And then when you are arrested, you'll be shot. From imams to bishop, will be calling to release a car. Can you imagine that? And then they'll come and tell you, come and pay more to give collection for me. What's the point there? If you are going to put in the Bible and pay 5 times a day and not do the right thing. Next. And of course, the technological gaps I mentioned earlier. Next. Inadequate funding and human resources is a major weakness, and former board chair is here. We are resource constrained, and yet the tax cannot join. And then the government, at least the previous government, decided to cap us at 36%. Eventually down to 80%. We are fighting to get 100% retention of our IPM. Even the money, the small fees that we pay, government is currently 20% of that tax. So we provided this just to give the specific categories, and when you have access and you have time, you look at the community tolerance, that's cultural protection of past and under report is a major issue. Of course, I've talked about the land that effective coordination and the issue of limited budget and startup for our next slide, please. So the conclusion is that as a professional regulator, the capacity, we have the capacity to perform preventive and decisive action. Because these are critical to eliminate facts before they cause widespread harm. We have the money, but we all have a role to play. Because remember, at the end of the day, we are all potential issues. Professional regulators, we have to maintain our we all have a role to play. Patients, because I never knew when sickness come. Thank you so much for your attention. I look forward to a successful career and being thank you. I think we can do it much better. Thank you so much for the chairman takes over again. A few housekeeping rules. Those of us who want to use the washroom on my extreme, the door to my extreme left, going towards the gallery. The washroom is on the right hand side. There's another one also at the gallery, so you can have that.
I only would have been that, but we'll say that. No problem. But I only think
We shall move to our next speaker, and after that there will be a Q&A session, and members will be encouraged to also comment. The next speaker is Dr. Wilfred Oliteva, who is the registrar of TEFRA. This distinguished consultant physician and nephrologist is a fellow of the West African College of Physicians. He graduated from the University of Ghana Medical School, where he obtained his MPC degree. He holds a master's degree in public health, the fellow of health policy, planning, and management from the University of Ghana, a certificate in health administration and management from the University of Ghana, certificate in health leadership from the University of Washington, and a certificate in health quality systems from Fayoum University in Egypt. He had part of his subspecialty training with the Royal College of Physicians of London at the Guy's and St. Thomas's Hospital of London. He served as the immediate Divisional Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association, Greater Accra Division. Dr. Wilfred Bana, a proud son of Ghanaian Koko, Dr. Wilfred Bana is eager to ensure that the required maximum quality standards are maintained in our health quality standards. In a meeting with staff of the agency, Dr. promised he will operate an open door policy, reinforcing his commitment to resetting health regulation in the country. He said he expects diligence, integrity, and total commitment from staff. And he said he expects he will be a fair and firm leader with the ultimate aim to support the president's reset agenda by resetting the health facilities agency and by extension the health sector. So, Dr. Ban, thank you very much. At the point I was wondering when I was wrapped up. As I started thinking about
But thank you very much. And let me start on the existing protocols. I'm also honored to be here, and it's great to be with you. Like the device said, I also don't know so much about dentistry, but next to that, so today I'm also here today. And I want to start from where you ended, that we are all potential patients. The reason why we have to make sure that standards are met. You may be the president of Ghana or the best dentist. You can find yourself somewhere. If you collapse or something happens, and you end up in a quack facility or with a quack practitioner, your guess is as good as mine. Like he said, quackery is not only the practitioner, you can also have the facility. So today we'll be talking about the facility. Next slide. And then some of the things he's talked about, so I jump there. And that's going to be the outline of the presentation. Next. Because of time, I will skip some of the things. Now, we all know that a well-functioning health system improves health networks, protects the people, like I said, we want to protect the people. And we forget that we are also part of the people. Protect the public against health risks, ensures equitable access and participation by all. So, health facility regulation is key in this sector. If you get to a hospital and there's no oxygen, that is it. And that is where you are. So sometimes people come home and believe that this passes. No. It's not about you, it's about everybody, including us. You can find ourselves doing some work that we pass a quack facility, a facility that is not ready. And unfortunately, there's a gap. It's about infection prevention protocols are not there, including us. So it is about all of us. So, like I said, our act is the Health Institutions and Facilities Act 2011. I won't talk so much about it. It's not about it. So, next slide. That's our legal mandate. And our vision statement is to become a continental leader in health facility regulation. The reason why one of my missions is to make sure that we get an ISO certification very soon. So our mission statement is to regulate health facilities for the delivery of safe and quality. It must be safe and quality health services, leveraging on one a motivated workforce, robust technology, and partnerships. That's why we are happy we are here. The last conference I told you we want to partner you, and I'm sure I'll tell you how we are going to do that. Next slide. These are our core values: excellence, integrity, commitment, people focus, professionalism, innovation, technology. And my people like this, so they say, I try one thing with them. There should be a certain number of doctors. If you are a hospital, you have primary, secondary reputation. There are numbers. If you don't have that number, you cannot operate. Next, so we also regulate, just like regulate and monitor activity. So once you get the license, we will still come
Just went off.
Make sure that sometimes when you are going for inspection and you are out, they'll go and borrow gadgets and they come and put it there. After you leave, they'll go and give it to their owners. So we also monitor. So we come unannounced visits. Next, we also collaborate with other persons and authorities like I talked about to ensure that quality improvement of their facilities is a daily thing. Next. So yes, those are our basic functions. So the first step is registration. Today I brought my reference and we have a stand here today and tomorrow. For those of you who have not registered your facilities, we are here. We've come close to you. So that's registration. Next. So we collect and process applications. So that's the first step. When we have an online system, so you can just go online, upload your documents, and then an officer will contact you Once they are fine, then we move on to the next step, which is inspection. So we schedule, come to your dental facility, and they come and inspect. So I will give you the checklist. The next thing is to review the inspection report and then issue the will give you a license. We start with a provisional license, which is 6 months. Usually, there may be some other observations. So once you put everything, then we give you a long-term license, which is for 3 years. Then the monitoring also goes on every year. You can come to your facility unannounced at least once or twice a year to make sure that you are keeping to the standards. Next. Yes, so why do we matter in your practice? Because quality varies widely without regulation. And unsafe health facilities can cause harm to everyone. It also ensures that public trust is sustained and maintained. So if they know that, oh, every dental clinic I go to, they have these standards, people will have trust in our system. And we play a preventive role in protecting public health. Next. So next. So these are some of the things we look at for. So the first step is the inputs, the regulation inputs. So when we come to you, your dental clinic, we'll be looking at the physical infrastructure. We want to make sure that it is safe for people to be there. We don't want to come and see some roof that is leaking and that's about to be started. Many of our patients will come to your place and have a roof collapsing on them. So we look at the infrastructure very well. The location is important. We don't want to come and see your dental clinic in the list of football fields. I'm just being. But if you get what I'm saying, the location is important. We, for now, do not have minimum distance like the campuses, but we are looking at adding that to our regulations. But for now, it's not about distance. There is safety and infection control requirements. We all practice safety. Infection is very important. Then economic pH levels, and I'm sure you know why. You also have to demonstrate to us that you have an effective and efficient waste disposal management plan. We want to see your bins labeled. This one is infectious material. This is general waste. These are sharps. We want to see all of them and labeled. Then we also look at the practitioners, their qualifications and experience. So whoever becomes the practitioner in charge must be fully qualified a minimum of 5 years. Every time we submit, we have a working relationship with NTC. They check your license for us. We go on the portal. So you cannot just submit anything. We do all those checks before. We also do the same with the nurses. Then equipment and technical specifications. We want to come and look at your equipment. Are they outmoded? Are they working well? We don't want you to use the one used for scaling your body is blood and then always sending people. No. We buy your equipment, so we need to look at all of that. So people ask, why do you need an about statement for? Want to make sure that you can sustain the practice. Then we come to the process what I talked to you about. You can see accreditation here. Accreditation is a once you are licensed to practice dentistry. Accreditation gives us the opportunity to say you are 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. That's the next phase reference getting. That's what to apply. and then we can accredit this academic staff facility, let's say for orthodontics, let's say for what's the other one, please? I thought restorative, maxillofacial this center. Once we do that, people, even international bodies, insurance, can pay you according to that level. So that is the next level we have right to accreditation. And then certification, that is for specific services according to that level. So that's the next level we have right now. Outcomes and outputs. Adherence and then certification, that is better health outcomes. Then, our outcomes and outputs is there. And for those according to our act, these are the facilities we are supposed to license. Medical and dental, both clinics and hospitals, eye care clinics and hospitals, and dental technology laboratory. So those who manufacture medical and dental, we also have hospitals, eye care clinics and all the rest. Next. These are proposed facilities like this one's technology laboratory because so those who surface after the act. So telemedicine is now something that is being considered. So we have these proposed facilities that this one we are now working on. And we are also working three samples after the granting now something that is standards for them. So they have a student program, and also of them are license for them. We are now regulated also we don't get NGOs. They can have, and also of them are getting to your state. We are trying to do that, so we do everything. Then squats. Medical hospitals that don't do everything. And then also home care, and then programs, so home care, there are a lot of other things like that. So now let's get into the licensing process. We have that the first process. And today, like I said, people like this, if your facility is not registered, we have that then to be giving penalties. I've started something already. And today, like I said, people like this, if your facility is an online portal, or let's get to it, upload your documents, then my registration officers will look at it. They will call you. Once it's prepared your we have to schedule an online portal. Just get I've talked about upload of the things you documents. Then my registration officers will look at them when they will call you and then once it's prepared your
Licensing law and oversight.
the inspection. Where are the exits? Where can people are there sound alarms? We look at all this. So we don't just come some of the things we need. Next. You also need a UPA permit. Until the next clearance from the UPA, you cannot give a license. Fire service.
Let me get
You
it.
should have, before they give you must also have your tenant, all the other things. So they also make sure that there's a fire safety you are ready. Once you give it to us, you can also have. Then nuclear consumption, then they have. For those who use the X-rays, MRI, CT scans, anything that uses radiation. So you do your own PGs, and you come, and some of you don't have NRS certificates. And that's the total NRS. This one, that's like
Why would they?
statistics. And this is for stand-alone dental practice. So I'm not talking about the practice that are part of clinics and hospitals. Let's say the private ones. Currently, we have 143 facilities registered with HEFRA. But I know there are more. The number in good standing assets, just the days, but just 45, which is 31, and it counts. And when we say good standing, it means that our license is active. So for the rest of them, their licenses are rejected, they are not renewed. But I have good news for you. I'm coming after all those ones.
Shit.
If that's good news, if your facility, your license has expired, we are going to give you a fine. And I will give you a short time to pay. If you don't, we'll come and close down your place. We have started already. That's why I brought my people today. So take advantage. Now, so only 31.5% as against the of the private facilities are permanent, which means that the rest are quacks for now. Like Regista said. So we want to enter quackery, we have to start from in-house. Because you see, since I came, we've been getting requests from lawyers telling us to tell them whether this facility is registered, whether they are posted. And you see, once your certificate has expired, even if what you did was right, your case is dead on arrival. The lawyers will take money from you. And when we can, like, we will write what you see. So let's say you are doing a procedure and something went wrong. I mean, by normal, if you don't do that, you should be able to go almost free. But if your license is expired, it's a non-starter. Now, Greater Accra Shanty share the largest market share. 82.5% of the private dental facilities are in Greater Accra and Ashanti. And the number includes only Greater Accra and Ashanti, just 31%. So there are a lot of now, Greater Accra and Ashanti share the largest market share. Are you getting it? So the theme for this year is very practical and a good one. You see, and I'll tell you, so therefore, we are out of revenue after the proper work. So all the other reviews are national, and that's what the things we talk about. And the reason why there are a lot of quacks is because you, the professional ones, are not opening facilities in the regions. For example, I know you, the professional ones, I'm from the eastern region, that's where they said, I'm a proud son. In the municipality, for example, I don't ever see, I've never seen the private dental clinic. So the people who work with you as healthcare assistants, they will go there and open facilities. So I'm challenging you in my municipalities. I've never seen the private dental clinic. So the people who work with you as dental partner qualified or so you can have dental partner qualified or registered individuals. Now, often occurs in environments that are so you can perform financial already minimum standards of care. And that once you have a licensed facility within the clinics, it creates better grounds for family to try. That is significant risk to public health. Because if they come and see that the dentist price facility is not registered, what about the other person? Maybe the one understanding they are still not registered. It will do another next. Next slide. So, lack of accountability. We are talking about how unlicensed facilities are implementing dental practice. Without registration, the facilities are not run by national standards of rules of practice. It makes it easier for court practitioners to engage in unsafe and fraudulent practices without fear of sanctions. And we are not sanctioning anybody for a long time. Since I came, I have given a lot of assistance. People have paid them. This year a lot of people have paid from 5,000 to 35,000. And I'm telling you, up to 60 to 70% are writing letters knowledge. I'm charging all of you. Next. So more infrastructure equipment. Because we don't ensure the standard of infrastructure equipment, and that poses danger. Next slide. So what were some of the common violations we observed in the dental space? So during our monitoring, we realized that there are a number of people practicing without formal dental care Some of them just left that. And then my dad and my so we must do so much. Some of them. We have to close them. And we, if we close on some of them, and we Kumasi, you can take the shops, and then they are doing right again. And you ask for their certification. Please, no one does it. We check that most of the time was in like right. And you ask for their certification. That most of the time was in like that. So, and then we talk about failure to renew expired licenses. Then the application of professional rules under staff poses risk. I know the dentists are not many, and that's one of the things. We need to train more dentists. We need to increase their numbers. So, Prof, that is one of the reasons why there are a lot of quacks in the system. We need to increase the enrollment. But what we have realized is that sometimes your clinics work with nurses, and with time they get to know what they assist. So, when they realize they are doing scaling a policy, then they go to many facilities. So, the roles you delegate to them makes them with time feel that they are competent to do what you do. From the agency of those practice of us, like I said. Maybe the practitioner in China doesn't want to continue what is there. They won't inform. The law says that once you close the facility, you inform us. So if you don't, we still assume that you are operating, but you haven't come to me. It's possible that those 60% or so, maybe some of them have closed down, but they've not informed us. So you need to do that. So disease, yes. So then people are disease won't be informed. And then obstructing the entry for the nurses that it is an offense to instruct anybody to come for inspection in the name of health. When they are coming to give them the test and they have their badges. If you instruct them, we can be liable to prosecution. Next slide. So the NRA Foundation, there are a number of facilities doing OPG and they don't have nuclear release certificate. I'm sure sometimes they will go by this time. So once you don't have it, we will not give you your license. Or we will withdraw your license. So the NRA Foundation claims about services of which is the problem. We are picking some of those ones through adverts and we are following them up. I can tell you the new HEFA is very proactive and we are going to adverts, both the professional ones and the unprofessional ones. So now there are many new terms. The other things we found you about is carrying out procedures beyond competence. Including root canal and orthodontic intervention or equipment. So you may be trained as the masochist, but if you are in a facility that has got equipment for you to do what you are doing, that poses risk, and we will not license that facility. There are other people too. Is that the place they have some of them do beyond. Are they supposed to do so we realize that some of them have engaged with MDC, and we are stopping that. The use of unstabilized or activated equipment. Sometimes when we come to some of the facilities, you don't know where to go to. You don't have very good stabilized equipment. And all those ones, we are coming after them. Next. How about people much time? Okay, good. Okay. The use of unqualified staff. So sometimes you test you open dental clinics. You are busy, you are not there. And you employ unqualified to be doing because it's cheaper to use them than get professional dentists. So we are encouraging
people join, they watch the stream. Them they here. I connect my
Then no submission of service data to FH through the federal entities and the I'm sure you know that you are also supposed to submit your data. But it has to be
the ASAP they show the question if someone comments they show
the hospital. Currently, we are looking at the facility for the new year. Looking at all the facilities. So when people are on the field, we are looking at the
yes. Okay. But still omit my join YouTube. As I mean
so that it feels confident that this facility is registered by effort. So if we come to a facility, so that register is confident that it is not shown you are in violation of the law. Provision of authorized services not shown you are. So your facility can be licensed, but when we are licensing facility have grades. We have clinics, we have primary hospital, dental, secondary, tertiary. You cannot do tertiary procedures in a primary clinic. That is also illegal. So you need to provide the service of which you have licensed for. And license is not necessary for everything. It is specific for the level of the facility. Let's make it for declarations through the application. Sometimes people submit false data. The guy we have 3 data checks. You can't go on help facility for rating. So let's say you are a very good dentist. License. And we also get people back mobile center. So people say they are doing mobile clinic.
so Umo here in or super project Google Meet. So Umo here more Google project. I feel create the new
Professional
the new
one of the disadvantages communities where access and demand for services are not just high, it also encourages work. Like I tell you, if you go to Lower Mountain, I've not seen a dental clinic there. So, assistance to manage data. So they don't get it from the so we need to the sometimes people think that you have to be. Do you know that? It's like only these people who go so that so we come to you. Sometimes
so make a send give you the
logistical challenges. Currently, we are operating in 9 regions, so they are not set, they are not about. So, so we are operating in 9 that's already. Take a picture. So they are, I will show you they are not about. We have our hotline. Just send it to us on WhatsApp. We will go after them. So we did that collaboration. Okay, sometimes we go on intelligence reports. Sometimes we adverts. Anytime I see an advert, I just take a picture and send to my registration
You know, be
officer.
minister, know the
Check
owner.
if they are registered. So
He
those
get
guys are
links,
how we get some of them. But please, we
he
want
be
to collaborate.
businessman.
Just send us pictures. Send us information. We go after them. Next. So we do one of those visits. We do this for that facility.
But gingerbread,
Because
joint is been a day like you
I'll
register.
go to somewhere and I'll talk about that. We do public education and collaboration. So this I think we have even put the necessary students and take your patients. Next slide. Yes, so when you start talking about the legal and procedural debate, sometimes you catch the part, send them through the legal system, and in fact, the story is not different from what you said. So let me move on. And I talk about the legal process throughout this slide. Sometimes community resistance. In some instances, communities protest or patronize illegal operators because of familiarity, inconvenience, and affordability. The whites they don't charge them much. Of course, that's not a good reason. But yes, sometimes the communities fail to give them access because of some of this. Next. So how do we promote stronger collaboration with the Ghana Dental Association and other stakeholders? That's one of the key things. We want to collaborate. We want you to know how we can help you. We also want to know how we can help you. So we want to share expertise.